Next on Worcester News tonight, a local firefighter receiving a national honor tonight in Worcester. We'll have the details. Plus, Paw Sox executives meet with the Worcester City Council officials what this could mean for the future of the city. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Catherine Rioli. The Worcester Carpenters Union has filed an unfair labor practice complaint against New Jersey's P&B partitions. The union says an employee was terminated for trying to improve work conditions. Tuesday, the union rallied outside of the project on 145 Front Street. The group claims the employee was being robbed of his regular and overtime wages and was fired for speaking up about his pay. Lead organizer Manny Gines says the Carpenters Union rallies as a way to stand up for local workers.
The level playing field even, so our contractors can compete with the non-union contractors. But when contractors operate like this and pay under the books and cheat workers out of their wages, not even a legitimate non-union contractor can compete with them.
The complaint was filed just months after the union says 2 carpenters were terminated for similar reasons. We did reach out to P&B Partitions on the matter. They have yet to comment. A Worcester firefighter is honored today with a national award. Lieutenant Anne Marie Pickett and the Worcester Fire Department received the Liberty Mutual Firemark Award, recognizing efforts in the community service and public education sectors. Our Chandler Walsh has more from today's ceremony.
There is no one who dedicates more time and more of themselves to the safety of every citizen of this city than Lieutenant Pickett.
Worcester Fire Lieutenant Annie Pickett is honored with Liberty Mutual's Firemark Award for community service and public education. The insurance company chose Pickett as the nation's most outstanding candidate and presented her with the award Tuesday at City Hall.
To be thought of from your peers, to be worthy to even be nominated was a huge deal. And then to let it go national to a selection committee and have them validate that is just surreal.
Pickett is the department's most decorated firefighter, having won other major awards for her work in the community. She's helped secure thousands of dollars to install smoke detectors in city apartment buildings and educate seniors and children about fire prevention. Thanks in part to those efforts, there have been no fire deaths in Worcester since 2015. Pickett says her motivation is
so everyone goes home.
She truly has the best interest of every citizen on her heart at every moment.
While being honored for her hard work and impact in public education, Lieutenant Pickett's award also brings in $10,000 in grant money for the Worcester Fire Department. Money, Deputy Chief John Sullivan says, will be put to good use.
Every penny that we can put into public education means another life saved here in the city.
After receiving the grant, Lieutenant Pickett's message was still one of public service.
Make sure you have working smoke alarms that are under 10 years old.
And as part of the award, Lieutenant Pickett and her family will be going on an all-expense-paid trip to New York City. After all of her long hours, the trip will give her the rest that she deserves. Catherine?
Chandler, thank you for that story. For more than a year now, there's been talk about the possibility of the Pawtucket Red Sox coming to Worcester. And after a visit from the team's executives last week, city officials are hopeful. Our Rosalind Flaherty has the story.
Could this be the future home of the Boston Red Sox top minor league affiliate? The leadership team from the Pawtucket Red Sox visited Worcester late last week.
Opportunity for us to answer questions and also share with them some of the details of all the things that are happening and how the transformation that's underway in the city has come about.
Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce President Tim Murray was part of the meeting. He says it was just a preliminary conversation.
Hopefully there'll be more, and I suspect, as the Paw Sox said, they're a free agent now, so they'll be reviewing different offers from different communities.
The agreement prohibiting the Paw Sox from negotiating a move to other communities ran out July 1st. Their visit to Worcester included a tour of the Canal District and the potential site of a stadium on the vacant Wyman-Gordon property.
The Paw Sox are interested in seeing what the area looks like, and from what I've been told, they were very happy.
In a statement Tuesday, the Paw Sox confirmed the visit, calling the Canal District bustling. Canal District Alliance President Gene Zabinski says moving the team here would help the area and calls the 13 to 15 acre lot a gem.
If you put anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 people into that stadium a couple times a week to watch a baseball game. Our hopes would be that some of those people might come over and have lunch or dinner here in the Canal District. There aren't many cities that can brag about having a parcel that large, that close to downtown.
Rosalind Flaherty, Worcester News Tonight.
A Central Mass town is looking to make voting more efficient by shifting from paper voting to electronic. The town of Uxbridge is considering purchasing these electronic devices for voters at town meetings. Clerk Kelly Dumas says these devices would not only make the voting process quicker, but would also provide an accurate count. Dumas says electronic voting would promote a secret ballot system many voters want. It would also make the process much easier than counting each ballot by hand.
Results show up on the screen in front of you in both percentage form and counted form in a matter of seconds. For me, it becomes more of the accuracy of the vote and the secrecy of the vote, because I think we get more voter turnout, more participation with the ability to go automated and to keep it much more of a secret ballot. I would think that most of the towns are feeling the same.
The town was considering sharing the devices purchased by Grafton, but the two towns' meeting times did fall around the same time. The cost to purchase 500 of these devices would be roughly $15,000. The town clerk says they are considering it into the next budget. Mosquito concerns tonight in Worcester after state public health officials confirm West Nile virus has been detected in insects collected in the city. Our Brittany Schaefer has the details.
It's generally summertime when people are out and the mosquitoes are out is when we tend to see a spike in the mosquito-borne illnesses.
The first case of West Nile virus in mosquitoes is confirmed in Worcester. City and health officials are now warning the public to take precaution.
They have folks that go out into the field that do mosquito sampling. And whenever there's a positive hit, then they notify the community and the surrounding communities.
In 2016, Massachusetts saw 6 confirmed human cases of the virus. UMass Memorial's Dr. Eric Brush says serious cases are rare.
A small percentage, maybe 20-25%, might get a fever. It would be extremely rare to have fatalities related to it. The majority of it, it's maybe 1 in every 200 or 300 patients who actually get the fever who would go on to have any serious neurologic problems.
The city confirms infected mosquitoes were found in 2 different parts of Worcester. The news has Rose Paisley and her granddaughter Alyssa concerned.
I'm scared and surprised. I thought they did a great job with the spraying and all the prevention they were doing, so I thought we were in the clear. Now I'm worried, so long shirt, long pants.
Even with the proper clothing, Rose says it's difficult to avoid mosquitoes.
I have one on the back of my neck, I have one on my ankle, so the bites are there. But we're definitely in earlier at night, even with the heat, because the mosquitoes at night are horrible.
I feel like this year they're out more than last year.
The city says the best way to avoid West Nile is to not get bitten.
People should take the usual precautions of wearing insect repellent, long sleeves, long pants when appropriate, and just trying to avoid being bitten in the first place.
Brittany Schaefer, Worcester News Tonight.
Now to Shrewsbury, construction of a new state-of-the-art water treatment plant now underway. Alicia Palumbo has the latest.
Barbara Buchert of Shrewsbury watches her water closely when she turns on the faucet for a drink or to wash the dishes or laundry.
Really dirty brown, just sandy and dirty and just disgusting.
In fact, many people here in Shrewsbury have had to keep bottled water on hand and constantly scrub the silt stains off their showers since manganese has become a problem in the town drinking water.
The water has been real disgusting.
But this week, crews have begun work on the town's new biological filtration water plant, slated to be the second largest plant of its kind in North America.
This plant is designed to treat manganese to keep it below the 0.05 parts per million limit.
Shrewsbury Water and Sewer Superintendent Robert Tzeski says right now the manganese levels are 4 to 6 times that. And in doing testing for this project, the town found another issue with the well water.
We have what's known as hexavalent chromium that we did pick up at 3 of our wells.
Hexavalent chromium is a carcinogen that can be dangerous to humans at higher levels. Tzeski says the town plans to try to treat that with a similar organic process beginning in the fall. That would be in addition to the roughly $13 million currently projected for the water plant project.
That's a lot of money, but if it's going to be clean and free of that in the future, then it's probably worth it.
The town has set aside $550,000 to pay for the hexavalent chromium testing and flushing. There is some state funding for the water filtration plant, but ratepayers could see a water rate increase next year. The plant is expected to be completed by December 2018. In Shrewsbury, Alicia Palumbo,